Welcome to WorldAxis. Today, we're exploring a high-stakes and complex situation in the Middle East, focusing on Israel's escalating actions against Iran and its allies. This episode deeply explores the historical roots and modern conflicts shaping this power struggle and the potential fallout for the region and beyond. Since Israel's military triumph in 1967, which dealt a major blow to Arab nationalism, Israel has maintained a significant strategic advantage in the Middle East. For decades, its power has been largely unchallenged, giving Israel an image of invincibility. But the events of October 2023, the Hamas assault and subsequent strikes from Hezbollah, the Houthis, and Iran, have shifted that perception. These actions have shown that Israel may be more vulnerable than previously thought, especially with recent attacks reaching deep into areas previously considered secure, like Tel Aviv. Now, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu seems determined to reassert Israel's strength by striking back at the roots of this threat. He has aimed at Iran and its regional allies, what some have called the tentacles of the Octopus, with a strategy that targets not only Hamas in Gaza but also Hezbollah in Lebanon, the Houthis, and Iranian interests in Syria. Netanyahu's plan is ambitious, aiming to dismantle this entire network, clearing the path for possible future operations in Iran. This approach signals Israel's intent to protect its security without relying on distant allies. The scale of these plans is massive. Netanyahu's regime-threatening strike strategy includes weakening Hamas, eliminating Hezbollah's forces in Lebanon, targeting Houthi assets, disrupting weapon supplies in Syria, and potentially even hitting critical targets within Iran itself. However, it's also incredibly high risk, and has regional and global implications. One key element here is Iran's nuclear program. The Biden administration had previously sought a level of diplomatic engagement with Iran, creating incentives for Iran to avoid advancing its nuclear program further. But that situation could change as tensions rise. If Iran feels under significant threat, it might abandon that arrangement and rapidly push toward developing a nuclear weapon. Israel has limited options for attacking Iran's sincerely protected nuclear sites, which are heavily fortified. Destroying these would require advanced bunker-busting bombs, which only the United States possesses. Without such direct support from the United States, Israel's strategy is risky, but it reflects a sense of urgency about preventing a nuclear-armed Iran. If Israel moves to target Iran's infrastructure, Iran has indicated that it might retaliate by striking other oil facilities across the region. This could have massive repercussions for the global economy, especially for energy prices, which adds another layer of volatility to this conflict. This situation is also part of a more significant geopolitical trend. We see hints of shifting alliances, particularly with Russia and China potentially forming stronger ties with Iran. Russia has intercepted Israeli missiles over Lebanon and taken steps to reinforce Iran's air defenses. China too has been supplying arms to countries like Egypt after the United States withheld arms sales. This could suggest a new axis of influence in the Middle East, with Russia, China, and Iran aligning in ways that complicate the United States and Israeli positions in the region. So where does this leave Israel and Netanyahu's strategy? Success would cement Netanyahu's legacy and restore a sense of security in Israel. But failure, particularly if these efforts lead to a quagmire in Lebanon or a prolonged conflict across the region, could have severe repercussions not only for Israel, but for global stability. It's a delicate balance between a potential victory reminiscent of 1967 or a setback like the Lebanon conflict of 2006, which didn't produce the clear outcomes that were expected. As we watch these developments unfold, it's clear that the stakes are incredibly high, and each decision has far-reaching consequences. For countries observing this conflict from a distance, like India, this situation serves as a reminder of the importance of bolstering national defenses, particularly in areas like drone and missile defense. Thank you for tuning in to WorldAxis. Be sure to subscribe for deeper insights into global conflicts and the complex forces shaping our world.